looking at a very, very dangerous man. I think it just got a couple of degrees colder in here as Snare came through the curtain. As our ring announcer Andy Quilden said, he is a graduate of the IPW training school, but let's just say none of the other trainees were hanging out with him outside of class time. Snare very much a loner, and I have seen him in training put more than one trainee in the hospital. This is a man who simply likes inflicting pain.
And ladies and gentlemen, introducing his opponent. They call him suicidal, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the ring, Jimmy Havoc!
You know, it's a little bit odd to see Jimmy Havoc here in Swanley. Normally when you see him in IPW UK, he's at one of our over 18 shows at the Tappan Inn near his hometown in Chatham. Jimmy Havoc used to hardcore matches where we've seen him survive just inhuman beatings. But can Jimmy Havoc hold his own in a regular wrestling match in a different environment to which he's used to? We'll find out tonight. And as Andy Quilden said, the winner of this match gets to choose any match of their choosing when we return to Swanley for Christmas Cracker on December the 12th. If Jimmy Havoc wins, that match will be a no disqualification weapons match, needless to say, it's right up Havoc's alley. Snare attacking Havoc as Havoc made the mistake of turning his back on Snare in the early part of the match. Just as the bell rang, Havoc ducks the clothesline, and a Hurricane Rana from Havoc sends Snare straight to the outside. Oh, Havoc straight through the middle ropes. My God, he's not wasting any time. That's how Havoc approaches all his matches. It's play hard or go home, and Havoc is very much just putting it all on the line from the get-go, as he always does. You know, I've seen this man attacked with just about every possible weapon. I've seen him dropped on thumbtacks. I've seen him smashed in the head with steel chairs. He's just the kind of guy who just doesn't know when to quit. He's going to need some of that resilience tonight against Snare if he's going to survive more than a few minutes. Snare with that body slam just doesn't look like he's exerting any effort picking up Havoc, who is what, 200-pound man. And Snare is choking now. It's an illegal choke. Referee called for the break, but Chris Roberts sometimes will get in the competitor's face, try and physically force them to break the hold. Didn't do that with Snare. You've got to wonder if Roberts is maybe a little intimidated by this monster of a man. Havoc sent hard into the corner. Here comes Snare, and nobody home. Havoc had moved. Shot to the back. Havoc is lightning and a backcracker. Cover. Snare was near the ropes, but he managed to kick out anyway. Snare has picked up Havoc. Variation on a body slamming. 2 count only, but Snare is starting to stamp his authority on this one. Big elbow straight into a pin, and I'm not sure Snare has done his homework, because if he knew anything about Jimmy Havoc, he would know to not be quite so nonchalant with his pins. interesting decision by Jimmy Havoc to try and break out of that hardcore mold, to try and stop himself from being typecast, see if he can climb up the rankings here in IPW in regular competition. He's struggling against the bigger man here. You know, Snare just choking again right in front of the referee. Just doesn't care about the rules whatsoever. Avalanche in the corner. Havoc is extremely groggy here. Barely moving as again Snare with the choke. Oh my God, look at the power there. Good grief. Snare just lifting Havoc by the neck and tossing him over his head. Dear God, that's got to be it. That has to be all. Oh, Havoc just getting with that instinct. He's defied the odds so many times, kicked out before when almost any other human would have been knocked out cold. Brutal forearms to the face of Jimmy Havoc, who's lucky to be conscious, but Havoc rolls to the outside. Snare looking a little exhausted, and Havoc with a kick to the face. Snare missed that shoulder thrust, and Havoc is going high. Havoc is on the top rope here, and Jimmy Havoc with a stomp to the back. Oh my God, of Snare, and Snare is on the outside. Havoc looks like he's going to be suplexing. He's trying to suplex on Snare here. Snare tries to counter. And Havoc with a snap suplex on that hard wooden floor. This is just a real street fight here between Havoc and Snare. Referee Chris Roberts is trying to get this one back inside the ring. Yeah, to me that seems like Chris Roberts should be laying a count on Snare and Havoc here. Havoc is going up high, they're back in the ring. Oh, Havoc goes for that stomp again, nobody home this time. There, boot to the face. Havoc is down, and it's got to be a matter of time now. Just a 2 count, but and the thing with Havoc, you know, you can deliver such a beating to him, but it just seems like it just takes 2 or 3 times more of a beating, if you like, than it takes for a normal man to be beaten with Havoc. Havoc up high, lands on his feet. I think he was going for the Bulldog Snare counter to a point, and both men trying to close on each other. Neither man went down. And Havoc sends Snare to the outside at last. Havoc is doing his best to get his breath back. Snare on the outside. What was that? What was that from Snare? I think Snare used a weapon. Referee has asked for the bell. I think, what was that? It's like a... Oh my God, that's a frying pan! Where on earth has Snare got a frying pan?
As a result of a disqualification, Jimmy Havoc!
Well, a frying pan is not the kind of thing you would normally expect to be under a wrestling ring, but you've got to think either Snare or Havoc brought that intending to use it as a weapon. Havoc has won this by DQ. Snare with little or no regard for the fact that this one is supposedly over. What's this from Snare? Havoc looks like he's being crucified. And he may as well have been, just dropped hard on his head. Well, Havoc's got to be concussed. is extracurricular activity from Snare, to say the least. Referee Roberts is rolling out of the way. Snare is a man not to be messed with. If he won't stop for the ring bell, I'm not sure he's going to stop for the referee either.
Ladies and gentlemen, please show your appreciation for the loser of the contest, Snare.
You wouldn't know he was the loser. He's the one walking out of here.
What do you think of frying pans for this team down, Snare? No, it's not. Do you know who I am? Jimmy Havoc. I don't know if you noticed, but have a look at my back. I don't know if you noticed it's covered in scars, though. Snare, drum, whatever your name is. Bass, all drums, it doesn't matter, you're nothing. Those scars on my back are from death matches all around Europe. The stipulation of this match was I get anyone I want, and no disqualification. Anything goes match. Do you know what I'm going to choose? You. Do you think a frying pan's going to keep me down? Let's see what happens next time when anything goes. Ladies and gentlemen, here you have it, on Saturday, the 12th of December, it's going to be Snare versus Jimmy Havoc in a new disqualification matchup. And ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up one more time for your winner, Jimmy Havoc!
Well, Jimmy Havoc has chosen his opponent for